So welcome to part 4 of 8.4. This is where we're going to be, this is where we're going to be solving the systems we set up in part 3. So I'm just going to write these out and see what we can do with these. Now, if you recall, the first one was about $5 and $10 bills. What we end up with, the equation we had is x plus y equals 22. That is the number of 5s plus the number of 1s is 22. Plus we had 5x plus y equals 50. That is the value from the 5s. Plus the value from the 1s equals the $50 bill we were going to change from. So here I'm going to use just elimination, multiply by -1, gives us negative x minus y equals negative 22. Add these guys up. 4x equals 28 divided by 4. And that gives us x equals 7. So recall, because we have the 5 associated with that, means we have 7 5s. And if we have 22 total bills and 7 are 5s, that means 15 are 1s. So 7 5s and 15 1s, 35 and 15, $50, looking good. So if you recall the second one, that was about the two cars leaving going in opposite directions. We had D1 plus D2 equals 528. We also knew that D1 equals 80t and D2 equals 96t. So what we can do is we can use direct substitution, substitute this in for D1, 80t, plus substitute this in for D2, 96t equals 528. Add these up, so we have 176t equals 528, divide by our 176, we get t equals 3. So, how long is it going to take for the cars to be 528 miles apart? 3 hours is what that's going to take right there. So, the next one we have, or the last one we have, or this one's it for this section, is the one about the trip, and if we would have done the trip again in the half amount of the time. But if you remember, we had d equals 32t, and we had d equals 36 times t minus 1/2. Now we are trying to find the distance between the two towns here, but since we've already solved for d, let's just set these two things equal to each other. That's using substitution, so we're just plugging that in for the d right there. So 32t equals 36t minus 1/2. Oops, t minus 1/2. First thing we have to do is distribute in here and here. So you have 32t equals 36t minus 18. So distribute to our t, distribute to our negative 1/2. Subtract 36t. So we get negative 4t equals negative 18. Divide by negative 4. And we get t equals 4.5. So we know that 4.5 is the amount of time it took to find the distance. We are going to plug this back in up here. So the distance is 32 times 4.5. So multiply that out, and we get the distance between the two cities is 144 miles. So those are the solved ones. See you next time for the 3 variables and 3 equation ones. A lot of bookkeeping in those. Okay? See ya.